Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs and is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Chiefs and the Dolphins, and it's coming up next.
Playoff fever has immersed South Florida as we are at Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Coming up, it's Divisional Round Saturday. We've got an AFC battle on tap between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talked about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
And he more than did his part, the wild card win with 3 touchdown passes. Now, he's going to get a bigger test here in round 2. But his unit is in rhythm, and they're playing as well as they have all year long. I wouldn't be surprised if this defense, though, tried to get after him early with a little extra pressure. If he can handle that, he can have another big game, though.
And Mahomes going to put it up right away. And his first pass is incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Mahomes finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Heck of a play there to get to him quickly and get him down for a loss.
I think they did a really nice job getting ready for this game, scouting, watching film, and understanding defensively what the play design was.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now here's Mahomes. Screen play, McKinnon. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Here's Hill on the return. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here is Tua Tagovailoa heading out to lead this Miami offense.
And it wasn't really his best performance of the year in the wild card round last week. He just had the 1 touchdown pass, but he got the job done and his team advanced. For them to continue on to the championship round, though, and he's going to need to take a few more chances with the ball downfield, push it a little bit more, and make sure his team finds its way into the end zone a few more times.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. They'll run here with Raheem Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An awful lot of congestion in the middle third of the field, but how about our defensive tackle right there? He didn't just hold the line, he provided some push and smacked the ball carrier down for a loss.
On 2nd and 12, Tua. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And they're going to get this up to midfield. That's his first catch of the game and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Always got some breathing room. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. That's another gain of 15 on back-to-back plays. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua rolling to his left. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. Tyreek Hill motivated for this one. But playing against the team he became a star playing for, the Kansas City Chiefs. But traded in the offseason. He was just a 5th-round pick when he was selected back in 2016. But since then, 6 Pro Bowls, 3 All-Pro teams, 4,000-yard touchdown! Tyreek Hill, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are on the board first here in this division round matchup. Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ballgame.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And Hardman going to go ahead and sit on this one as it'll come out to the 25. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second. See if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge. And that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb In there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. 3rd and 1, they opt to pass it, and the one thing happened that could not happen. They took a sack.
Yeah, I just wonder, is that an indictment of their offensive line? Did they think that they couldn't move them enough to pick up a 1st down there? Or was it analytics? Did they think about it that way? In any event, they'll be studying that in the future.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. They've got the 7-0 lead. Now they've got the football back after their defense got the stop, CD. And you get the feeling if they could score here, they'd really have all the momentum on their side.
And you just wonder right now, is the quarterback and the play caller totally in sync? Are they of one mind that, hey, what worked last time, let's keep doing it until they stop us? Or do they go to a different section in the playbook, show them something different? Either way, they want a repeat of their 1st drive.
Nick Bolton there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Tua. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Tagovailoa to throw toward the sideline, and he will have the 1st down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
And that's how you pick up a 1st down. Not only does he make the catch, but has enough body control to get his feet down inbounds, toe tapping and dragging to make sure he gets it done.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he's got his tight end. It's
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
Yeah, once more, a strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. Look at that nice little drive brewing right here.
Here's Mostert, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 2 yards out, and the Dolphins are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimum level.
Sanders now to have the extra It's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it was capped off by a touchdown run from Raheem Mostert. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And bring this out to the 25. No return there for Hardman. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Trying to lay one up deep. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Hill to return it. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A great return there of 22 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at the 45. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And some room to roam now. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think in the first half, there's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 21 to zip. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Right back to him on first down. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the pass.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 36. To throw, it's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone. But sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Flush. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jalen Phillips, the former first-rounder, getting in there for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. He'll look to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
From the 24, Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
I don't think anyone would argue that having that extra week definitely helps come playoff time. And those were some fresh legs right there. That extra practice time and planning, certainly in evidence.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go with Mostert. Brought down by Willie Gay.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. That's now consecutive 5-yard carries to pick up the first down.
I know flashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan.
Sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On first down, Mahomes. A pass complete downfield. It's Valdez-Scantling. Touchdown! Marquez Valdez-Scantling as the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point by Butker is on target. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
And that flag accepted. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 14 seconds, all that's left to this first half as they come up on first down. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. Able to get him down. So it's on to halftime. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC Divisional round. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit. Yeah,
but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking to pass. Tua. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Here's the ball comes out. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
I feel like you and I could be in our backyard with our dads right now. What did they always say when they were throwing us the ball? Look it all the way in. Make sure you secure it. That had the feeling of not happening there on that play, that he didn't have full control of the ball.
When that punch coming in, I've never returned punch, but I would imagine it's tough to monitor those guys coming full steam ahead at you.
It really is. You try and get that peek to know where they are about whether you should fair catch it or not, but sometimes you just have to have a sense, a feeling, and just have to make sure, number one, though, you catch the ball and put it away.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. On the move to his left. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. They'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like the thought process. I like the design, but I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline and they don't get the yards after the catch.
Now Tua. Wilson's got it complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
A run with Mostert up the middle. He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Tyreek Hill, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. And right now, Charles, I think you'd have to say their class is starting to show through.
Yeah, they were disappointed not to get the #1 seed in the playoffs, but the reality is these guys can play anywhere. It doesn't matter for them.
And if they can indeed hold on to this lead, that's going to set up one heck of a championship game next Sunday.
Let's come back and watch it, shall we?
Something tells me you and I are going to be there. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fields it right around the goal line. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Mahomes now on 1st down. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Here's 2nd and a yard. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll come on to kick for a 6th time tonight. That's taken on the 25. And that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him? Bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but good thought.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cut.
1st down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no...
That run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Once again, it's Mostert. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 131 yards rushing for him now in the ballgame as he is trying to will his guys to the championship round next weekend.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Holding. Offense.
Liam Eichenberg, second-round pick in 2021 from Notre Dame, the guilty party. Now Mostert off the read option. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
Apparently, the week off hasn't come here for a bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season. Get his first touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him. And he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main cog.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's.
Back now in Miami. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. From the 24, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City first down. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
Mahomes now on first down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Now it's Mahomes again. Open man, it's the tight end Kelsey. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Mahomes going to throw. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 without the 4. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
Mahomes looking to throw on 3rd and 2. His pass caught with the 4. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Butker's kick here is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
Yeah, they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of the guys. How big is home field advantage? And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave earlier in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment against the team you're going to play. So being at home was a big deal. But now they know, at least they feel like it, they're moving on to the championship round. There's got to be no better feeling. They'll get that 24-hour rule in. Enjoy that before they look forward to the next opponent.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 4 yards the pickup, first down. They'll run again with Wilson. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Wilson with a first down carry. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now. He's carried the ball just 5 times. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Second down, this is Wilson. Down to the 25.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
On third down, here's Wilson. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. The kick by Sanders is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This
throwing on first down is Mahomes. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Open man right side is Tony.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And they have secured a spot in the conference championship, and now you can start to smell it at this point in the season, can't you?
You really can, because the focus has been one game at a time, not looking ahead. But when you get to the conference championship game and you know you're there, the Super Bowl does loom in the future.